Hi there. Certifications not only add marketable value to your resume, but also provide us a direction to learn and fill in any fundamental gaps as we master the various frameworks and technologies. The topic for this presentation is Java certification overview. By the end of it, we will learn the various certifications, the various Java certifications Oracle offers, the areas these certifications cover, and also their prerequisites. Back in the 2005 days when I took my Sun Certified Java Programmer certification, it was Java 1.5 or Java 5. Now it's up to Java 1.7 or Java 7. Although the language has changed quite a bit, the fundamentals or the basics still remain the same, and so are the key objectives for the certification exams. The Oracle Certified Professional Programmer certification is the first certification that opens the doors for the rest of the certifications, and it is a prerequisite to complete any other certifications. And it's a two-part exam. The Oracle Certified Professional Programmer certification is a two-part exam. You will first finish the Oracle Certified Associate exam, the objectives of which are object-oriented concepts, exception handling, and other Java language basics. Once you finish the Oracle Certified Associate exam, you will take the Oracle Certified Professional Programmer certification, which covers advanced class design, object-oriented concepts, and various Java APIs like collections, input-output streams, Java database connectivity, etc. Once we have a solid background of the core Java or the Java standard edition side of certifications, we move on to the Java enterprise side of certifications. Every Java or J2EE or Java EE, Java enterprise applications can be organized or looked at as layers. Basically, the web layer, the business layer, the data access layer, and the deployment layer or tier. The Java EE certifications are organized along these layers. The first of them is the Java EE Web Component Developer certification, which covers the key concepts that allow us to implement the web tier of a Java application. The objectives of the Web Component Developer certification start from Java servlets and JSP basics and go all the way to MVC design, JSTL, which stands for Java Standard Tag Library, writing your own custom tags, web container security or web container services, that is the services offered by the web container, and then the web app security, configuring the web app security in our web.xml, etc. The Enterprise Java Beans Developer certification takes over the business logic for our application, and it starts with the fundamentals of a Java EE container. It moves on to session beans, the fundamentals of session beans, message driven beans, Java EE container security, etc. All the plumbing work gets done in the data access layer, that is adding, removing, updating, or fetching data from the database. Java Persistence API is the ORM standard from Oracle for Java. So we use the JPA API to do the object relational mapping for our application, and the Java Persistence API developer certification covers the various concepts of the JPA API. Last and the best, the Web Services Developer certification fills in the deployment layer, and it completes the J2EE or JEE stack, and it allows other applications to integrate with our application seamlessly. The objectives for the Web Services Developer certification range from implementing a web services layer using SOAP-based web services to RESTful web services, that is implementing both SOAP-based as well as RESTful web services, and it spreads across the various web services standards, that is MTOM to do web services attachments, web services security, and web services addressing. To recap the J2EE layer certifications, we have 4 different certifications here which align with the 4 different important layers of any J2EE application. That is web layer, business logic layer, the data access layer, and the web services layer or the deployment layer. The Enterprise Architect certification is a master certification which, unlike these certifications here, doesn't have any prerequisites. That said, all these 4 certifications here need you to complete the Oracle Certified Professional Programmer before you take any of these. But the Java Enterprise Architect certification is a master certification that deals with object-oriented design and UML concepts, which allow you to design and implement a J2EE application using all the above technologies or frameworks. The Java Enterprise Architect certification is a 4-step exam. The first step is for you to take up a course that is offered by Oracle that will cover all the exam objectives. 2, you will give the online exam and pass it. Once you pass the online exam, step 3 will be to download an assignment from Oracle and complete it. Step 4 is you give an online essay exam justifying why you have done your assignment in the way you did it. The Mobile Application Developer certification is for developers who use the Java Mobile Edition. To summarize, now you know the various certifications or the various Java certifications offered by Oracle. The first certification that opens the doors for the rest of the certifications is the Oracle Certified Professional Programmer certification. It's a 2-step exam. Step 1, you finish the Oracle Certified Associate, which deals with language basics, and then you complete the Oracle Certified Professional Programmer online exam, which deals with some advanced language basics and the various APIs in the Java Standard Edition. And moving on to the Java Enterprise Edition, there are 4 certifications which are organized according to the J2EE layers or tiers, and the prerequisite to take any of these 4 certifications is the Oracle Certified Professional Programmer exam here. And the Java Enterprise Architect exam is the master exam which deals with object-oriented design and UML. And unlike the other 4 exams, it doesn't have any prerequisite. You can directly take the Enterprise Architect exam, which is divided into 4 steps. And last, the Mobile Application Developer certification is for the mobile developers who use the Java Mobile Edition. I have posted the objectives for each of these certifications on my website. I have posted the links from which you can retrieve the objectives for each of these certifications. And also, I'll be organizing the topics that I present in line with the certification topics in the future. And in the next session, I'll be presenting some tips which will help you prepare for these certifications. If you have any questions, you can always email me. That email again is bharatsblog@gmail.com. Until the next presentation, keep sharing and learning. Take care. Thanks for watching.